Alrighty, it says we are live. So hello, my name is Jules. I am the Dawdling writer, and how are you post-camp? I know that camp was a lot. Quite a few of us set very ambitious goals, and some of us were kind of starting to stress over them. I did manage to sort of shift my mindset about halfway through the month to kind of focus more on the new things that I was trying rather than on like the word count that I did not achieve. So spoiler, if you have not attended any recent live-ins, I met one of my 3 main goals. I reached the 20K mark in my Project Gray 2, which is the sequel to my YA fantasy. I reached like the 11 to 12,000 mark in Project Heartbeat, which was the first time I was trying to write a romance, the first time I was trying to write a novella. So I didn't get as much work done in that project as I wanted to, but I discovered that I have not figured out the trick for switching brain gears to hop between projects yet. So I'm not giving up on having multiple projects at once, but I have to sort of find a way to clearly delineate time blocks, I think, is the way that I might try next. So how did y'all do? Did you achieve your camp goals? Did you try something new? What did you guys think about camp in general? Or are you kind of... I've noticed a lot more people who are just trying to write outside of Nano rather than be sort of confined to the Nano framework. Does that make sense? I don't know. So I am feeling pretty good today. Oops. I forgot to turn my volume down on my phone so that I can actually like comment on my phone rather than in StreamYard. And so sorry about that. So I am feeling pretty good today. I got up early, which is unusual for me, of the Dawdling writer. Surprise, surprise. I went for a couple-mile walk with a friend of mine, and then I went over and hung out with my brother and his family. And so I've had social time today. So that does feel good. And now I get to be social with y'all, as well as hopefully productive. So yeah, so how are we doing in the comments? So Sarah is here. Hello, hello. Welcome. Chloe coming in with the hi. And Pauline is here. Hey. Tammy is here. Hello. Welcome. Megan is here as well. Excellent. Sarah, you met 2 out of 3 of your camp goals. Fantastic. You're happy with that? Even better. You didn't push yourself too hard. You feel pretty comfortable coming out of the month. You keep going. You're going to keep going on that last goal into August, which is an excellent way to do it. And I also would like to do a bit more work on Project Heartbeat now that I have reached that sort of like first chunk of Project Gray 2 that I wanted to get done. So now I feel like I have the room in my brain to switch gears. But shiny new idea syndrome. I had one of those like story idea dreams this morning. So now I'm tempted to write that instead. I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think. Finish Project Heartbeat or shiny new idea. So Megan, you left camp. This was your first camp and you finished your first novel. Fantastic. That is great. In November was the first time that I actually won, and I finished that novel. So that was Project Gray. I finished that in May. So I didn't like finish the full draft in during a Nano session, but I kind of felt like May turned into unknowingly some sort of like Nano for myself. But because I was wanting to see just how much I could get done, I didn't have like a particular word goal that I was reaching for, and I feel like that helped a lot. So that's kind of, I may during this August, since I have kind of a daily goal that I'm going to be alternating. Like, I want to try and get 2K a day, just like whatever project, doesn't matter what. But I want to see just how much I can do when I am working like daily, because I'm gonna be honest, when I don't have the streams, I don't do a whole lot of writings. So I'm going to be writing, and then I'm going to be focusing on editing during the days where I'm not like streaming. But I am going to be like journaling every day. I'm going to be sort of writing every day, and I just want to kind of see what my word count winds up. So, Screenwriter's Journey, hello! You did not do camp, but you will do Nano in November. So today you plan on working 5 different projects in the next 3 hours. Holy moly! If your brain can jump between 5 projects, you are amazing. Just from this past month, my brain did not jump well, so that is fantastic. See, Tammy met your continued goal of maintaining writing habits, but did not meet your stated goals on the Nano site. Gotcha. I forgot to use the Nano site after the 3rd day. I just kept thinking, I'll do it later, and then I didn't. So you wanted to do 5 outlines for 5 future projects. You just couldn't concentrate on them long enough to complete any of them. Gotcha. You love the hair ribbon. Do you? It was a dollar store find. It's a little scrunchy. I'm very proud of my dollar store find there. I got this one and one that's has like a beige base. So I have a light and a dark. So thank you. I appreciate it. Pauline, I first planned to do camp, but didn't really work out with the student job you had. Gotcha. Yeah. Sometimes camp, student jobs, life, everything happens. But as long as you just kind of try and keep writing, doesn't matter if you have the framework of camp, just try and keep writing. And that is what I am focusing on doing this month. So, Sarah, story idea dreams are awesome and terrible at the same time. When you have them, you just try and write down a few pages of notes about it before putting it aside. You don't have time for new ideas. Yeah. So I think that's actually what I might do today, is like do some just like bits and pieces of that story idea. But I do want to, I might get wrapped up in that because that's the first thing I'm going to do, so that I don't lose all of that story idea. But then I want to do some work on Project Heartbeat. So yeah, let's see. Pauline, today I'm going to be writing on fan fiction that you're rewriting for Wattpad, and you're also planning on writing some ideas down for this story. Gotcha. I don't know if you've heard, but Charlie Dorset is doing Fan Fiction Friday starting this month, and they are going to be, so their stream on Friday evenings is going to be focused on writing fan fiction. So everybody who wants to join them and write fan fiction specifically, I mean, you can always join in and write other things as well, but if you have an interest in fan fiction, the Friday stream for Charlie's channel is going to be fun. And I believe I remembered to put Charlie's channel in the description, so make sure you check them out. Kai the Minion, hello! Orla is here, hello! Chloe, you're working on a TV script with your friend. You're collabing, so instead of your novel, you're spending August writing the script. Ooh, that's nice. Kind of a break from your novel, a new project. But collabing can be fun, absolutely. Life is pretty good today. Life is really good today. So I've had some sunshine. I don't think I got burned. I think I may have avoided all the mosquitoes, which is even better. So I'm doing good. I have a new story idea And so let me actually go ahead and click on Scrivener and start a new file. So yeah. And today I think I am going to try out the sand timer. Let's see if I can share the screen. All right, it says, I'm just going to figure out what it looks like and see if we want to use it. So that is what it looks like if I have done it correctly. So I can actually change the color of the sand. And I also do not know what it sounds like when it ends, but we're about to find out, I guess. 7, 6, 5. There appears to be no sound at all. Oh, yes, we get the angelic chorus sound. Excellent. I like that idea. So we can have a nice sand timer, and we can choose the color of the sand. So for the 15 minutes, I think I will go ahead and I will keep the green at the moment, but we can supposedly change it to all of these colors. So if you have a particular favorite color for the second sprint, I will take color suggestions as well as time suggestions. So yeah, but for the first 15-minute sprint, where we're just getting into our ideas, opening our files, all that kind of stuff, I'm going to go with green. All righty. So I hope you are ready. And we're going to start the timer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! All righty. How'd we do? I got 461. And those are all sort of like notes and questions for myself. So this was all for the shiny new idea that I'm very interested in. So the dream that I had was there were two women. They were adult women at whatever point in the dream that I was having, but I knew that they were childhood friends. And I knew that friend A had sort of followed friend B around for their whole life. And by followed them around, I mean like they chose to go to the same high school. They weren't necessarily like zoned for it, but they chose to go. They chose to go to the same college. They chose to take a job in the same town. And when friend B loses her significant other, she moves to a seaside town, which I can't figure out if this was like their hometown or just a different seaside town. So anyway, friend A then buys a house in same seaside town. So I can't tell if like friend A is dependent on friend B somehow in their relationship. But I also know that there was something very strange, something off about the way that the hubby died. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's a murder mystery. But I don't know if one of the two women did the deed. So I don't know if friend A, who is following friend B around, is like super jealous of the fact that friend B got a husband and is no longer spending time with her, or if friend A is suspicious of her friend B for the husband. So I don't know if like the husband was cheating or if there was like a huge amount of life insurance taken out on husband. So there's something suspicious about husband's death, but I don't know if friend A or friend B did it. And I also don't know if like maybe friend A had like a fiance or a significant other of her own who is jealous of friend B and their relationship and tried to off friend B, but accidentally got the husband. So I don't know. And like, if the seaside town is their hometown, did they as children witness some sort of crime? And like them returning would be a problem, but at the same time, then why would the husband have had to die? You know, would that then no longer be an actual murder? And just like a coinky-dink? Or like maybe one of them is a journalist and found some clues on something. I don't know. So like I've written all these questions down, and that's all of my like story ideas. Like when I first develop like these kernels of things, I just like write down a crap ton of questions because I don't know. So, and I was initially thinking like maybe there would be a child too, but I'm kind of thinking not, because if it was a murder based on the emotional jealousy of the relationship, either way, then it probably would have happened like soon after the marriage and before a child is what I was thinking. So I'm thinking I can go ahead and toss out like the child as an issue. Unless hubby was cheating and was having a child with somebody else. And then there may be a child, but we don't know. So that's like the shiny new idea that's in my head. And I was very, very rude. And I did not ask how you were doing and how you did on that sprint. I just started talking about my idea. And so sorry about that. I'm being a bad friend. But yeah, so that is where my brain was for those 15 minutes. So yeah. Oh, good. We like the sand timer. Excellent. So Chloe votes for purple next time. You think it's cute? Excellent. Screenwriter Journey is already in there. Pink for 30 minutes. Megan, don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, please. The like button does help it show up in other people's recommended feeds. So please do. I'd appreciate it. Mr. P, you're late, but you made it. You are on brand for the dawdling writer. Do not feel bad about it at all. But I will say, so we were bugging Mr. P about recommendations for the new Sharpie pens. And so we asked him about those, and he mentioned how they did for him. And I went to the store, and I got not only the gel pen that you were talking about, but I also got their roller one, like at the super needle point. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. So it's kind of like the Pilot Precise V5, but Sharpie brand. And it works nicely. So, Sarah, I edited a couple of short story pages. The main character of this story is going to be the main character for your November novel, but you also made some character notes in your series Bible. Ooh, already starting a series Bible. I don't know how long you've had the series Bible. I should probably make one for Project Gray and Gray 2. Just kind of like have one for the series. Yeah, because that's what series Bible is. Jules, brain. But yeah, I don't have any names of places to put in it. I don't have a map to put in it. I don't have much to put in a series Bible at the moment because I haven't ironed out all those details. So Pauline got 323 and finished a chapter. Ooh, nice. Finishing those chapters feels great. Charlie is here. Hey, hey. Hello. Friend A wasn't on purpose. Possibly, but I don't know. So I'm going to have to figure out how I want the story to go. So it sounds like something to work out while outlining, but it definitely sounds like a good mystery setup. Yeah. So I'm kind of excited about it, which I'm way more excited about this new idea than I am about Project Heartbeat. It's probably a problem, and I can't tell if it's because it's a new idea or if the plot of Project Heartbeat just sucks that much, which it kind of does. So I have to fix that, and that's the problem. Is it sucks to the point where I don't want to fix it. Yeah. So friend B doesn't tell because they have a secret of their own that friend A knows. That's an idea. So blackmailing each other, kind of. Dun dun dun. Came in midway through it. Yeah. So I have a shiny new idea, and I'm very much tempted to write it instead of continuing the romance novella that I had started in camp and just kind of sidelined. So yeah. Sounds really interesting to work on. Maybe that's the kind of thing to figure out as you write it. Yeah, and I think that is sort of my process is I begin with questions and then I attempt to figure it out as I go along. So yeah. And that's kind of how, so I do have some children's mysteries that I wrote as a part of a college class. I had a class on detective fiction, which was a fantastic class. So if you are ever in if you ever have the chance to have Dr. Cal Clements for your instructor, yes, do take it. But so we had sort of the hard boiled. So we read Poe, we read the Maltese Falcon, we read all these kind of the quote unquote hard boiled detective novels, the ones that kind of cemented the genre. And then part of our class was that we took the last 3 or 4 weeks of class and did a workshop to write our own stories. But one of the sort of things about the hard-boiled detective novels is that there's usually a dead body in the first chapter, if not on the first page. And so he made it a rule that we had to have the dead body on the first page. And I'd already known that I wanted to do like a children's mystery. I was thinking at the time kind of like boxcar children, kids. So something along that lines. And when he said I had to have a dead body on the page, I was like, excuse me? Because I had already talked to him about the fact that I wanted to have a kids detective. And he was like, oh yeah, this will be great. And then he goes and tells me I have to have a dead body on the first page. So I killed the teddy bear. And he laughed and he was like, yes, this is what I wanted you to do. And I was like, great, I'm glad. Not that he wanted me to like kill a teddy bear, just that he wanted me to figure out a way to do it. And that was, you know, I began with the question of like, how do I get a dead body that won't traumatize a child on the first page of this children's book, which, you know, slightly less traumatizing than the other option. So maybe make the woman not a parent by choice, just to embrace that option that is so often left out. Yeah, that could be an option. A lot of mystery plotting throughout the process is you writing down pages of questions. Yeah, help you figure out the suspects and their secrets and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So I've got to figure out if I'm gonna like go ahead and do this, which I'm very tempted to do. I need to do sort of like some plotting out of the actual crimes that are going to take place and the clues that I need to seed through. So I think I would have to plan a mystery novel a little bit more than I would like my fantasy, at least before the first draft, because the first draft of G1 I did like no planning. So you spent the whole sprint. You spent the whole sprint formatting. There we go. Words. Spending this month drawing and map making and trying to navigate World Anvil. Yes, I need to go over there as well because Charlie has convinced me that it is an amazing site. So I need to check it out a little bit more than I have. Charlie started scene 1 of episode 1. Excellent. You've been wrestling with your anti-dawdler to put them back in the box, but the words must flow. Yes, they must. Just like the spice. As soon as you decide to dedicate time to writing a story, you get a spiral notebook for it, which serves as both a project tracker and a series Bible. Every note you make goes in there. Okay, nice. You glad you like the pens? Yes, you still need to plan as well. Yep. I made out my weeklies for August. So I'll show you the blank one. But this is kind of what they look like. So I have my, excuse my chicken scratch, but I have a writing goal, an exercise place for my goals, and then what I'm doing for YouTube or my blog. And then, so I'm alternating between drafting and editing every other day. So let's see if I can get this to focus back on my face. Probably not. All right, cool. Still not. Who knows? We'll just be out of focus for a little bit. One of your characters is demanding me to write him, but I'm so tired right now. Yes, I know that feeling as well. You use paperage journals. Brainstorming on paper works better for you. All right, let's try this one more time. Maybe. No. Okay, let's share the screen and see if it will work. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by how out of focus I am. It looks like I'm not wearing my glasses, but I know I'm wearing my glasses because I can see them in the camera. Anyway, slightly hyper feeling at the moment. Sorry about that. So we do need to figure out how long we want to sprint for and what color we want the sand for the second time. So Screenwriter's Journey voted for 30 minutes and pink sand. Do we want to go with that, or do we have a second a secondary suggestion. Up to y'all, because this is our long day. So I'm here until 5 p.m. So I can do however long. Well, maybe not Devin Cutting kind of long 12-hour sprints, but you know. So your main character is in the middle of a foul-mouthed rant that is fully earned in the narrative, but they want to get to a better place if possible. Gotcha. Why would perfectionist parents be upset with their perfectionist daughter? She has to not live up to their standards somehow. You just don't know how. Let's see. You could show the emotional toll that perfectionism takes, and then be disappointed that she can't emotionally bury it as they have, when she chooses to actually like deal with it. If you are wanting to bring significant others in, perhaps she chooses a significant other that is not up to their standards, something like that. Prefer brainstorming on paper as well. If you don't use a notebook, you get random scraps of paper strewn all over the place. Paper clutter. You have boxes of notes from time before time. Gotcha. Anyone needs help with World Anvil, Charlie will help as much as they can. Also, they might be doing an interview with I think it's the founders or the like hosts for World Anvil, Janet and Demetrius. So there you go. Excellent. The paper sounds familiar. Had to purge a lot of it when we moved to Texas, and we've tried to be tidier about it since then. Megan votes purple, but seconds the 30 minutes. Okay, so Charlie used the scanner app on your phone to capture the scraps of paper and put them into folders on your computer. Gotcha. That is a good idea. I like that idea. Alrighty. So let's see. World Anvil is exactly the kind of site you need. You love and hate how much there is to it. Gotcha. Okay. Well, so we have thus decided that we are doing a 30-minute timer, but we have a vote between pink and purple, although this looks only slightly more purple than this does pink. So we're going to go with fuchsia-esque, whatever, magenta fuchsia, this one. I think that's what we're going to do. That's the one I'm going to pick. So don't forget to save your documents. Make sure you are hydrating. And we're going to get to writing. If 30 minutes is too long for you, make sure you take a break in the middle, or if you need to go get some extra snacks or whatever, feel free to do so. But here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! done. Although I think that last sentence was a little bit too stalkery to stay in the story. So I switched over to Project Heartbeat. And I got to do a little bit of math because I worked in 2 different scenes. So I got 554, which, not gonna lie, that is, for me, not a great number for like a 30-minute session. And I could definitely tell, like, I looked up and there was 16 or 17 minutes on the clock, and I had only written like 98 words. So really that number is closer to like a 17-minute sprint for me, because I just my brain didn't want to do this story. And so I looked at it, and I am right smack at the midpoint of the story. And so I think that might be why for Project Heartbeat I'm having a little bit of trouble, is because it's the midpoint. And I tried to do what I had done for Project Gray, which was sort of like a general outline of like some kind of basic events that had to happen. But I did that like for the entirety of the story rather than like for part of it, which is part of what I had so much fun with writing Project Gray, was that I was able to discovery write a good bit of it. And so I did a little bit more outlining with Project Heartbeat. And to be honest, I don't think it is like the most intriguing plot ever. Let's just say that. But I wanted to sort of like try my hand at writing a romance. And I'm boring myself writing it, which means that I'm for sure going to bore people who want to read it. So I know that's why I was in the chat. I was like, the first draft is crap. The first draft is crap. So I kind of want to like sort of power through and finish the story. Just so I can get into the habit of like finishing the ideas that I start. But I'm really tempted to just be like, this is crap. Like, be honest with yourself. This is crap. Why are you writing crap when you could be writing something you're more interested in? And like, if I'm bored writing it, like, why would I want to bore you when you're reading it? And so I want to finish it just because like I want to finish. Some things like I need to get it. I feel like I need to get into that habit of like actually completing projects, like completing books and stories, instead of always leaving them floating out into the ether, partially tethered to my brain. But right now it's a crap story. So there you go. Okay, so we had a couple people who were chatting, including me. Mr. P was talking about like the bullet journals and trackers. I like certain trackers. I do not like others. And so I have in the last couple of months, I have like a water tracker, in that I just like draw 8 circles. And at the end of the day, I fill in however many glasses of water I've had. Speaking of which, make sure you hydrate. But I don't like all of the trackers that I see as sort of like, put this in your bujo, it's a necessary thing. And I'm like, is it though? Is it? So, like there's a whole bunch of stuff for like budgeting and expense trackers and stuff. And that's because we shifted away from like using our checkbook registers to using digital budgeting and stuff. And so now it's sort of like swung the other way. Whereas like you could just use your checkbook or like keep your file, you know? So things like that. So there are some trackers that work for me personally, and there are some that don't. And so I think it's just kind of like an experiment for what you like. And like my bullet journal, quote unquote bullet journal, is not the like technical way that the original bullet journal was meant to be. Like there were, the original bullet journal is just sort of like keep you on task, keep you very minimalist, very like go to just quick glance, see what you're doing, got it figured out. I like some of the aesthetics that have gone into sort of like the artsy journal, but I'm not that like artsy, so I can do like a few things. But yeah, so just try what works and what doesn't, and you could always paste craft paper over it and do something different. So the Quiet Adventurer just watched the SpaceX splashdown. Ooh, very nice. My brother and my oldest nephew went down to see the, the Perseverance launch on Thursday. So, yes. And welcome to Lizzie. You're encouraging me to break some of the rules. Yes. So, let's see. And then Lizzie was mentioning your laptop needs to stop clicking on stuff by itself. I suggest you do a virus scan first. Just to make sure. And then the Quiet Adventurer was contemplating the Free Write Traveler. And then Squism chimed in and had some advice to wait for it to actually come out and then wait for version 2, because apparently there's some problems with it that are driving people to request refunds. So that's a good thing to know. So thank you, Squisms or Squeezums. I'm not sure how to pronounce your username, but there you go. So the Traveler is about $300, much cheaper than the bigger version. I think like Camille Myrick was trying the Alpha Smart, which is kind of similar. And I think I saw that one for like 60-ish bucks. So I don't know if that's like, if you are set on a free write style or if you could do with a different one. So yeah. You've never done a virus scan. Well, you need to. Your main computer got a virus from Google cookies, but your laptop isn't acting up the same. Well, different viruses do different things. So I would suggest you do a virus scan just to make sure. Yeah, so like an evening when you're not doing anything, like, when you go to dinner, just like set it up to run. It may take a while depending on how many files you have on your computer, but I would suggest a virus scan. Just if your computer is actually like clicking and opening things that it should not be, that's either a virus or a hacker usually. So you might want to do a scan. And so the Quiet Adventurer says, thank you for Squisms for the advice. 220 words for Lizzie. Excellent. Charlie, 172 words, and talked with the hubby about the custom writing desk he's designing for you. Ooh. My desktop is actually made by Dad and myself. And so, yeah. The 2 white bookcases are, Dad made those by himself when he was younger, and I have received them. And the brown one over here is made out of tulip poplar, and that is one that I built with him as well. So I can do some woodworking. I don't necessarily like all of the giant machines, but I can, with instructions, make something solid. So there you go. Scribbling Cat, hello, welcome. How is everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good. I am contemplating dropping a project, but at the same time, I'm like, I want to like actually finish. But that could just be the shiny new idea syndrome that is like calling my name. So Sarah started a new doc and reworked the opening of the story. You don't know the word count, but you rewrote a page. Okay, that's excellent. So hopefully it's better this time around. And hopefully that sort of like made your story more solid. Charlie is doing great and wants to know how Scribbling Cat is doing as well. Pauline got 310 words, finished almost a chapter. Ooh, excellent. Edit one chapter and published a part of the story on Wattpad. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Shoot, your laptop is at risk. Yeah, if you have never done a virus scan, I mean, if you have some antivirus software on there, that should help. So there's at least that. But you can have if your antivirus software is not up to date, or if there's something new that they are working on, sort of like finding the code for making sure that it doesn't destroy your computer, then it could be just waiting for a new update from your software is all you need. Who knows? So update your virus software, your antivirus software, and do a scan. And hopefully that should tell you whether or not you have a virus. So Megan worked on your outline for a new story. The parents don't understand why the main character is a freelancer. Yes, and they think she's lazy for not getting a real job. Excellent. Okay, so that's sort of like the generational divide of like corporate versus freelance. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's necessarily like just generational, but it can be. So Scribbling Cat is doing not bad. Video editing isn't exactly fun though. Yes, I get that. I get that a lot. And that's one of the reasons I do way more live streams than I do actual videos. So, okay, yes, please do go fix your computer. Let's see, you have to finish this chapter. You want to go back and add headers to everything you wrote last month and keep the story clear in your head. Yay for zero drafting. Yes. Good luck with Lizzie's computer. Yes, you know that. Yes, it's weird. You love the editing audio, but the video is a nightmare. Yeah, I think I do too much with like my hands and move my head and everything. So when I do like video cuts, and it's weird. It's weird. But on the other hand, with my newest video that I did with the meditation video, I finally figured out how to do like the sort of like blur transition. So now I can do that. Excellent. I learned a new single little trick for video editing. So Scribbling Cat says, I don't mind tracking some stuff, but the whole page to track stuff is like, did I take my vitamins? Seems like a waste of money. Yeah. And so like I have certain things. So I have at the beginning of my bullet journal, this is going to make me completely out of focus anymore. But so I have my writing, did I write for the day and how much? And then over here, I have my, like, did I do anything for my blog or the YouTube today? Versus like you saw on, with my weeklies, I generally just have like my water, my writing, and I have like spaces for some just like general notes, and places to put like live stream dates and times and stuff. So I don't track a whole lot. Like I don't track my sleep. I don't track what I eat. Probably should, but I don't because that just takes the enjoyment out of things. So yeah. Sounds like you're not connecting with your story. That connection fuels interest, and it's one of the things I have been using to keep yourself going. Find out why you want to write it. Yeah, and that's why sort of like I think it was just like since I love reading romance so much, I was like, surely I can write one, right? Maybe not. Maybe romance is just not my genre. So, and that's kind of what I wanted to try. And it could be that I'm just still like my head is completely in Project Gray. I don't know, but you know, so it's just like necessary is relative. You like to That's why you like the plain dotted spiral notebook. You can do whatever the heck you want. Yes. And as long as it works for you. It doesn't have to work for anybody else. Don't have to do it the same way. Yeah. Finally entered one of your old books into Google Docs. You should be writing, but you would much rather read an old book. Yeah. So I have the hard copy of the first like 100 plus pages of a story that I wrote. And I'm glad I have the hard copy because at some point when I switched either computer towers or from a tower to a laptop, that file was corrupted. And so I no longer have the digital copy, but I do have the hard copy of like the first 120-ish pages of The Legends of the Angaran Sands, which sounds like way, way fancier than this story turned out to be. So yay! No virus for Lizzie's computer, which is excellent. So Angelry says, hello, welcome. Yes. Both the computer and the real ones. So yeah, exactly. So Quiet Adventure has the same. Wait, did you just change your avatar in the middle of this stream? Did you? Because I could have sworn you still had your night sky scape. But I like the new one too. You say this is as a 2-year frustrated backer. You've written off as a, okay, for the Traveler one. You've written off the donation to the Writing Gods. Yeah. Now scheduled for October delivery, but not holding your breath. And it's closer to the 400 mark. Ooh, yeah. Okay. You were scared because the family computer got a virus and then you had to get rid of Chrome. Ooh. Ooh. That's not fun. Your dad did a similar thing to you to accommodate a slide-out piano for your desk. Ooh, that sounds fun. I figured. So, yes. There is a sale at the moment for the Traveler, so it's not as expensive. But if it doesn't work, then maybe not. Drafted a script for a video that you'll be releasing later this week. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Yay. Cheap is always the best, though. So you might want to look into the reviews of the Alpha Smart, whatever it's called. It might be like the Neo 2 or something or other. I'm not sure which exactly specification it is that Camille Myrick has been doing like a week offline challenge. And so she was highly recommending that. I think Elsie Clements has one as well. She showed it in a recent live stream. And a couple other people have some. And then Story Detective and Lisa Daly have, I think it still has to connect to a computer. So it's not like a take it with you type of keyboard. But there are several people that have the Alpha Smarts, which you can get used as sort of like previously school-owned keyboards for like typing classes. And I think you can get them online for like $50 to $60-ish, maybe something around that price point. So if you're interested in just like a little teeny tiny keyboard type thing that you can take on the go, that you can then later hook up and have everything transferred, that might be a way to go. And I also don't know, I've been thinking more about dictation and trying it for like, I don't know, maybe a week or so. So there are some dictation programs that would kind of allow you to do sort of on the go, but you would have to have your phone as like a recording device. So there are several options. So you're a super fan of the Neo if you don't have one. Okay, so Alpha Smart Neo. Gotcha. Yes. Yes. You changed a few days. Okay, so I'm just out of it. Okay, gotcha. So your computer was doing weird things the other day, and it was a problem with the keyboard. looks at my keyboard to see how dirty it is. I should probably like blow it out with the canned air. Howdy. Hello, hello. Also, we have been chatting for a little while, so I need suggestions, now that Devin is here, for the color of the sand that we want to do, as well as the time for our wonderful timer. So we did green the first time, and then we did this purple, fuchsia, pinky, whatever color for the 30 minutes. And so we need a suggestion for the color, if it will pop up for you. There we go. So we have green like we did the first time, fuchsia-esque, maybe magenta, I can't quite tell. A highlighter yellow, orange, sky blue, regular blue, a different shade of fuchsia, and black. So what color sand do we want, and how long do we want to sprint for? So that is the question while I run through the last couple of comments. Okay, so your keyboard has serious issues. Some of the keys are broken. Your keypad mouse also acts up, so you use the real mouse instead. Gotcha. Yeah, I have a actual mouse just because I prefer it. Barbara, hello. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you. And Charlie says you can try using USB mouse and keyboard to see if it fixes the program. Possibly. Yes, so definitely. So Camille, and especially when she was admitting to having the rough day and admitting that she kind of drowns out the noise of the daily life with scrolling, I was like, oh, that's what I've been doing. Because that like hit me as a, oh, I do that too moment. So yeah. And also, I think that where she was having so much trouble and trying to figure out why was also right before the 2-day internet cut for me, because they cut the internet line when they were working on the house. And so I was like, that was in the back of my head. And then suddenly I couldn't use the internet. And I was like, oh, I get it now. I get it. So yes, I have been very, very invested in watching Camille's offline challenge. So if you have not seen that, you should. You use a USB mouse and it's fine as long as the keypad mouse doesn't act up when the cord gets in the way. Yeah. Whoa. Okay, so we have yellow 25, blue 25, blue. So we have 2 votes for blue and 2 votes for 25. Black like your soul. Either one of the blues and 25. Okay, so we have 3 blues and 3 25s. So I think we are going to be doing a 25. And Devin is also like 25 seconds. So we can add the 25 seconds for Devin. Yes. So Lizzie gets 2 words in the 25 seconds. Yep, that's a problem. Or 25 years. So now Devin and Lizzie are teaming up for the funky times. All righty. So let's do, I think I want to do the darker blue. And yes, we want to do full screen. Were we not on full screen? Apparently not. So we get to have it initialize and load again. All right. So we want to show the time. We want the darker blue. And we apparently do not have a 25 minutes. So we were going to do the 25, 25. All righty. So we are going to start our 3rd sprint. Make sure that you have something to hydrate with. Make sure you have saved your documents. And we are ready to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! righty, that was the end of that sprint, which that also took me forever to get my brain going. So now I got to do a little bit of math. So please forgive me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I pressed the wrong button. There we go. All righty. So I'm now sitting at that number. Got to pull up the calculator because I don't trust my own brain math. How did we do? I say we as in the collective, not the royal we, because I'm currently in the process of figuring that out. I should probably look at the camera when I ask that. How did we do? I don't know. I just realized I'm just such an awkward person most of the time. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just don't know. Anyway. All right. So I have my calculator up. So now I got to do the math. All right. I got 371 for that sprint, which brings me for the stream to 1,386 thus far, which is pretty good. So if I can get what is that? About 620 words in the next 50 minutes, then I will have met my drafting goal for today. Even though they are in different projects, I had the shiny new idea and then back to Project Heartbeat, which I feel like I'm maybe slowly sort of pushing through this midpoint. So then I will be able to have a little bit more of the conflict come in, leading up to the sort of the climax of everything. But yeah, this is the exact middle scene of the book, and it's not. There's a little bit of internal conflict that's going on, but yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully it will be good. I did sort of in my dawdling. I put a short link to the Final Harvest and the Healer's Love. So you may just have to copy paste those if they are not showing up as actual links in the chat, which apparently they are not. So either way. How could you screw up? Lemonade is a beautiful adjective. Well, I guess you could use it as an adjective in an adjective place. I would have to read the context of your sentence to know a little bit more. The internet ditched you in the middle of the first sprint. Oh no, but you got some editing done while you waited for it to come back. That's a fantastic use of time. I would have dawdled. So welcome back indeed. Get Mad with Cad the Lad is here. Hello. And now I want to know, is your alternate account still nookish rather than bookish? Because I saw you on Cachet's Midnight Chaos stream. I saw you. Writingsprints is here. Howdy. Hello, hello. I also found the story behind your avatar absolutely hysterical on a live stream that I went to yesterday. Was that yesterday? Where you were telling people that you had a vampire story and the vampire accidentally bit the teddy bear, and so now there is a teddy bear vampire, which is adorable, by the way. Absolutely adorable. We are going until 5 p.m. today. Today is the long day, so you still have another 45-ish minutes. You started a Kanban board today. Ooh, excellent. I have moved a decent number of sticky notes this first month, which was August that I did it. No. What were we just in? July. Oh, it's a year, y'all. It is a year. Anyway, I am doing the Kanban board for the first time. Yes. And I was able to move quite a few sticky notes. Not quite as many as I had hoped, but I realized that part of that was because with the yellow sticky notes, since I had no idea how many scenes would be in each chapter, I just did chapters. And so they take forever to move. So 436 for Lizzie. Excellent. Barbara got 366. Nice. Very nice. You finished editing a book review. No more video editing tonight. Excellent. Yay. Disney Panda 7. 810 words. That's a lot of words. That is a lot of words. Good for you. I'm very much impressed, not only by your red panda avatar, but also by your word count. 129 words for Tammy and a lot of deletion. Hopefully that will make the story better. Megan worked on an outline and took a shower. Excellent. Even better. There's Erin. Erin and I went on a hike this morning, so yes. Awkwardness is our superpower. Yes, absolutely. It can be a definite superpower. So, Charlie, 462 words and finished the chapter. Yay! Lies are born of dreams. Nightmares are born from truth. Oh, there is definite truth in that. There is definite truth in that. Doing some more rewriting for Sarah. I got another couple paragraphs done. Excellent. Very good. Saying hello to Archetype. Hi, friends. Get mad with Cat the Lad. At the midpoint as well. Yeah. A big dinner party with lots of tears. My characters just smooched. in the romance novella anyway. Which, like, it's turning out to be more of like pacing for a novel rather than a novella, because you would think they would have smooched way sooner than the midpoint. I don't know. That might be my problem, is that my pacing is off. Let's see. Get mad with Cad the Lad. Cad the Dad. Better, but your days are still pretty up and down. Yeah. There are days with that. There are days. 11 hearts. Yes. Hello. You've been lurking since last month. Welcome. Squeezums. You're going to have to tell me where the emphasis is. And you've been lurking since last month, but wanted to formally thank you for the virtual space. It has helped so much. Oh, I appreciate it. It's helped me for sure, because I definitely would not be writing anywhere near as much, if at all, if I didn't have you guys to come to and be like, look, I'm writing, I promise. And so this has definitely been a world changer for me. And so I just have to sort of thank AuthorTube for existing, and those that came before, although I'm still discovering new channels that I didn't know were a thing, and people that have been on here for years. And I'm like, how do I not know you? Like, how did I not find you before now? So I'm still finding new people, which is great, because that just means that I can like have YouTube on in the background, be learning new things, be hearing new story ideas, getting new book recommendations. It's great. I love AuthorTube. So it is, you are welcome, but thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. It has been very nice to be able to come and socialize and have like, feel like there's a point to a lot of my writing. So tired, but having fun. Yes. Anna, hello. You made it your batch writing blog post today. Good for you. I abandoned my blog last month. I said I was going to do like pre write the posts, and then I didn't. I dawdled. Surprise. So yeah, I have to give some love to my blog this month. So you started a painting that's already going terribly. Oh no. Are you intending it to be abstract? Because that's always a possibility. You're welcome. I am enjoying all of the progress that everybody's making, and seeing everybody like actually getting their new books out and it being Amazon. I'm like, ooh, yay, but I can't wait for me too. So it's kind of like, yay, but also like I'm watching and I'm learning. So you're welcome. And also congratulations. So there's lots of feels with AuthorTube as an aspiring author. So get Mabked letters. Ha 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 ha. Actually, did I get that number right? Ha 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 ha. No, I did an extra one. Sorry. You have to go see if your name is still the same. Yeah, I will. You keep adding stickies instead of moving old ones. Yeah. And that's why I was kind of like, I didn't really want to start a new project because then I would have to do like the stickies for it, but we'll see. If you suddenly see a new color on the Kanban board, you know what happened. Is your first time doing Kanban board, still trying to figure out how to do it? Yeah. I messed up on mine. And when I realized, so the top where like all the yellow stickies are is the things that I still need to finish planning and doing some more outlining for. The section below where there is a couple of pinks and one yellow over by itself, that is my need to be drafted. So like I've outlined, I'm in the process of drafting those. And then over here, this like chunk right there, that is my, I need to edit or finish editing, like write developmental edits, I should say, for those. And then this pile of blue over here is the ones that I have done the developmental edits for, and now they need to be revised. And then the bottom down here is when I have edited and revised them, and then I need to go back and do like a proofread for like extra grammar stuff. So that's how I'm using mine, but you can set yours up any dang way you please. The legend of Teddy Bat is slowly spreading. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Super late, but you're hoping to get a sprint. Yes, we will do another sprint. So I need a time recommendation and a color recommendation for the sand. So we have done green, fuchsia-esque, and we have done blue. So we need a time limit for how long we want to sprint, and we need a color. So let me pop that screen up so we can see the colors. Eventually, I'm going to get this right, and it will be a smooth process. Yes, I want to use full screen. Why do you do tiny screen first? Just give me full screen. All right, cool. So we have the timer can show. So those are the colors that you have as options. So go ahead and put the color and time that you want in the chat while I race through a couple of these. Cad the dad. Yes. Yes. You are procrastinating because you have to write a sad scene with all the feels. Yes. Well, hopefully it will be cathartic rather than, so it will allow you to release the sad rather than staying in your head. No worries, but you checked off most of the things on your to-do list. Excellent. Yay. That is a nice feeling. That is a very nice feeling. And I have made it through a good chunk of my to-do list already today, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. So hopefully that sort of like motivation will keep me going after the stream ends. So, Cad or Chad the lad, who is also a dad. Therefore, there you added all the nicknames together. And you were also a wee bit mad, maybe? Speaking of blogs, you need to write a new post about your trip to Wyoming. Ooh, yes. Was this a recent trip? And how did the pandemic change your trip? Or was this like an old one that you're doing a story time about? What is a blog? Good question. Good question. Mine is gathering dust. So I don't know what it currently is, other than dusty. You always start trying to paint a calm day, and then it ends up looking like a massive storm is coming. Ooh, there's some psychology that you could do from there. You could just turn it into a Bob Ross painting, then I guess. I don't know. Does Bob Ross have any storm paintings? I don't know. You wish you had a blog about your dull life. You might ask your parents if you can make one about writing and Disney from a teen's point of view, even though your mom says no one reads blogs. People do read blogs. Usually when they are updated regularly. So maybe don't take advice from me on how to blog, at least not until I figure out how to do it regularly. So yes, that is definitely oncoming storm for sure. Disney blog sounds interesting. Yeah, Disney is like a huge, like people have an attachment to Disney for sure. So you should try Wix. It is free and fun to use. So yes, Wix and WordPress and Blogger and all those usually have a free option. So they don't have as many sort of like features, but you can do a lot with a free blog for sure. You filmed Disney trip vlogs, but they are long and boring. Oh no. You could try editing them or not. Editing. Yeah, we don't know editing. Right now I just know drafting. So trying to do a weekly vlog again. Uh-oh. There we go. All right, so 25 black, 2319 yellow, black. Black. Okay, so black it is. And so 25, 23, 25. I'm not doing an eighth of a month. Because I would have to do math to figure out how that much that was exactly before I told you no, definitely. But no. Okay, so we're doing black, and it seems like 25 is another good number. Although there are a couple of 20s, but let's do, so it's 426 now. So, well, let's do 25. I can run over. It's fine. It's fine. 25. So again, the Pomodoro, however you say it when you're actually able to speak. 25 minutes starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Don't forget to save and hydrate. Ta-da! That is the end of that sprint. How'd you do? I have continued my distraction, but I did manage to get a little bit more. So what am I at? I'm just under like 400 away from my daily sort of drafting goals. So yeah. So I think I only got about 130 that time. So that one was not great. But I got a little bit further in the scene. I got to about the breaking point of the scene, the end of the scene. So I feel like that was a pretty good chunk of work today, because I took a whole bunch of notes on the shiny new story idea, my mystery, which I don't know, should I call it like Project Follow or Project Stalker? Because I don't know if it's in fact a stalker yet, but I know that friend A, excuse me, friend A has been following friend B for all of her life. So maybe I should call it Project Follow, just for right now, until I get a better one, because that's not a great one. My secret code name. I mean, I could call it Project Friends, but that sort of like doesn't, I don't know. We'll see. Project Possible Murder. No, there's going to be a murder. So it is going to be a mystery after all. Mystery thriller. So I took a whole bunch of notes for that. I'm intrigued by that story. Then I switched over to Project Heartbeat. I finished one scene, and I have almost finished another, which is like right at the midpoint. So that's pretty good. So I'm doing pretty good. Let's see. So Nikki, Angel Girl 2088, was having some trouble with your live streams being taken down for community guideline violations. And I think the last time you had that problem, you had to turn off your TV completely because the audio was being caught, I think that's what we had decided last time. And if it had been, because the movie or show that you were watching had been previously broadcast, so it was technically, if it was like longer than 8 seconds, I think is the like new rule. If the audio clip is longer than 8 seconds, you get sort of like smacked for it. So I think that might be what's going on, but I don't know if you have to have the audio like completely off or if you can have it on very, very low. So I'm not sure. You might have to play around with those settings. And Anna mentioned that you have a blog, but I don't know what the name of your blog is. So if you let me know what the name of it is, I can hopefully pop a link in the chat. So Laura, your rabbit is playing with your cardboard box. Keep hearing random noises emanating from his location. So cute. And Keelan Rivers came in. Hello. Hello, hello. Well, I'm glad that you got some work done during the sprint. That is always a good thing. You had the audio off during the second time. Then I don't know. I'll have to go figure that out. But Kai had to go. You're welcome. Goodbye. Thank you for coming. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. And because it doesn't stay up, then like you don't have a way to watch it back, do you? I'm not sure. And I got 54 words, give or take. You edited some. Gotcha. 69 for The Quiet Adventurer. 432, Getting Emotional. You probably have to rewrite these 2 chapters. Sometimes that has to work. Yeah. Working on marketing stuff. Gotcha. So it's more of like a productivity, but could be writing as well. Sarah rewrote another 2 pages, mostly straight from the first draft. Beginning seemed to need the most work. The rest is going pretty smoothly. Great. That's always a nice feeling. You named the first chapter and added descriptive titles to 1.5 chapters of the work in progress to make sure that you remember what you have written. Yeah. I think with Project Gray, I did that with the scenes, which may eventually become chapters because of their length. And so I did things like Task with Talia or Finding an Ally or Enemies, so I had sort of like little notes to myself. And that was the only outlining I did was I went through the Better Novel Project, had a sort of like day-by-day nano outline suggestion for November. And so way back in November, I did that so I had like 29 or 30 chapter-esque things. And so it was just like what the things that need to happen. And so each chapter was sort of that. That was what I started with as an outline. And then I went back in and I created those scene sort of notes, sort of. They're very, very sparse notes of just like a task with Talia, finding an ally, so like that was quite literally the only outlining I did. So it was very discovery, which was absolutely fun. But yeah, that is how I remembered what I meant for what direction I meant the story to go in. 583 for Petra. Nice. Nice. Miss Barbara shopped for custom stickers. I love stickers. They're so fun. And when I was teaching, it was really funny. It was my seniors, so my 12th graders, my 17 and 8-year-old students, they were the ones who were like, Miss T, can we have some stickers? Like, if you want stickers on your homework, sure, I'll get you some stickers. And they're like, can I decorate my notebook with them? Sure. I'm going shopping at the Dollar Tree, so yes, I will have some extra stickers for you. Megan, I'm working on my outline. Not sure what happens after the main character's parents give her their ultimatum to move out. Ooh, interesting. Because she chose the freelancing life over like regular job. I'm intrigued. 158 for Writative. Nice. The sadness about one of the grandparents' cancer is very forced, and so is the crying. Oh, so you've got to fix that and make it more realistic. Gotcha. You love marketing stuff. 500 words. Nice. Very nice. Lizzie, no more writing until this evening. Yeah. If you need to take a break, please do. Get yourself something to eat and drink. I have finished my water for the stream, so... Keelan says, hi to Devin. Project Friends. Yeah, I'm not quite on board with that, but maybe. But yes, if I could actually sing or have a rhythm or any kind of tune at all, I would like hum the Friends song, but I can't, so I won't. Hi back. Copy and pasting dialogue helped you get the words faster. Yep, that happens. Project Don't Make Me Stuck. I like that, but that's a little bit long, isn't it? Got 300 words done that time. This is coming along nicely. Excellent. Once YouTube takes a stream down, it can be super touch and go with them. Perhaps wait a few days before streaming again. Okay. Rosalind says your thumbnails are the copyrighted pictures. Okay. So yeah, so you're going to have to do some work with your thumbnails rather than using the pictures of like characters in costume. You may have to do something else as your thumbnails. That would probably be it. Yeah. You have 6 chapters to rewrite. Yikes. You have no time to do the rewrites either while drafting. When do you need or feel the need to have this done by? And how long are your chapters? Because my chapters are like 3 to 5 to maybe 7 or 9,000 words each. So like I'm still avoiding editing the Franken chapter that is 79 pages long. So yeah. Project, I wouldn't be a stalker if you just never left me. Well, that does kind of fit some of the vibe of some of what I'm getting from one of the characters. So one of the things I do is I go to Pixabay and Canva, not Canvas, Canva. They have pictures that you can use that are copyright free. And then when you alter it by putting additional text on top or putting your own face in part of the image, it alters the image in order to make it something new. And so that is some of how you get around the copyright, by making it a new image. But you do want to search for images that are copyright free. And so Canva has some of those just free for use. And then Pixabay, once you sign up, has ones that will, when you click on them, they will tell you like copyright free, like you can use this. So, so yeah, you might want to check out those two sites to help you create your. Canva is where I create my thumbnails, and so it has the sort of like software where you can add the text to it, whereas Pixabay is just pictures and vectors and graphics. So yeah, so check those out. Okay, so yes, the algorithm has gotten more strict when it comes to taking stuff down. Yeah. Oh, so we are the Twin Tails is named Becca. Okay, I'll remember that. Write it down so I don't forget. Alrighty. Let's see. You never call your books projects, lulz, and make it sound like schoolwork. That is true. You give them working titles instead. I had mine as Gravely Mistaken for what I'm calling Project Gray. And that was based on sort of the questions that I initially started with. And then I realized that it didn't quite fit as much, and it sounded more like a horror novel with the word gravely, because I had intended originally not just to make my main character a sort of like dark or gray magician. I had intended to make him a more of like a necromancer type character. Or at least that was what everybody else believed. And it turns out I have not really developed the sort of necromancy aspect of the world anywhere near as much as I thought I was going to. So it has become less dark as I have gone on. I mean, there are some dark stuff going on, yes, but definitely not quite as much as I thought was happening. So I sort of just kind of shelved it. And so I have kind of like a tentative maybe working title that's a lot better. But I'm not ready to share it yet, I think. So that's why I'm just calling it Gray. Project Gray. Makes a lot of sense. Maybe the way, so maybe you could do book instead. So Book Gray. And that would make it probably a lot more interesting for you. So yeah. My chapters are 1.4K to 2.8K long. Some are easier to fix than others. Chapter 15 to 20 all need work. Gotcha. YouTube just makes mistakes sometimes. Yeah. I know. It's a mess. My Franken chapter is absolutely a mess. Absolutely a mess. So, yes. So I suggest going to Canva and Pixabay to get your copyright-free images, essentially. Like I said that in a lot more words, which you can see on the replay. But Pablo.buffer and Word Swag app get you access to free images as well. Excellent. Thank you for the suggestion, Charlie. Yes, thanks all around. Yes, thank you. Your title now is Maybe or Maybe Not Today. It'll probably change to something not too different. You could just shorten it to Maybe Not Today, but if you want the maybe or maybe not to be the emphasis, maybe not. Are you writing down real names for people? Who do you want to be competing? I do try and figure out who people are. And so especially if somebody has like a really, really long name. But, you know, the usernames are fine too. So I just like them. The title of your first book used to be Beauty and the Blonde Boy. Yeah, well, if it tells you what it's about. But yeah, dinner is ready. Well, have fun with dinner. Alrighty. So it is 5:09 my time, and the stream normally goes from 2 to 5. So, is anybody else streaming at the moment? I think, or ready to start. Probably would have started 10 minutes ago if I was really, really bad. I think the Blind Mage doesn't normally start until like 8 p.m. my time. And like, I'm not sure what anybody's like normal schedule is at the moment because, people have been coming off of camp and they're like, I don't know what to do. So, you know, I could do like one more sprint if y'all are up for that. But if there are other sprints going, then, I can hand y'all off to somebody else. Let's see. I do not see one going. So if you guys want to do another sprint, we can do that. Let's see. Okay. Archetype wants to be known as Captain Spigot. Are you sure? I could just call you Teddy Vamp. And then we are the Twin Tails. Becca is leaving. Alrighty. And Sarah Sutton will be streaming at 8 tonight. Okay. Good to know. Thank you. I was not sure. I was like, something is happening at 8, but I wasn't sure what. So, if y'all are okay, I'm good for like one more, maybe like 15 or 20. What do y'all think? Let's see. Use Adobe Spark for your thumbnails. They're offering 2 months free right now, but they are a paid service. Gotcha. Okay. So Captain Spigot is up for one more. I just saw your next comment come in. You get to pick one every day, right? If you want, I might not remember it after a couple of days, but sure. You're going to have to go ahead and head out. All right. Take your break. Make sure. Oh no, thundering. Oh no. Let's not do the thunder. All right. Aaron says one more as well. So let's see. Let's get us started with our sand timer again. Is it gonna let me Nope. Okay, it says go back. Boo, I can't start from that screen again. So I've got to wait for it to load. All right. I'm thinking more along the like 15-minute side is what I'm thinking, unless anybody has objections. And let's see. Let's go ahead and do orange. Nope. Let's see. Megan has a suggestion. Yellow, 20. Let's do it. I like it. Why not? All righty. So, yellow, 20. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Ooh, that's a funky color, yellow. It got cut off. I wonder why. Alrighty, that is the end of that sprint. And so yeah, how did we do? Both for that sprint and for the overall stream, or however many sprints you were here for. I did hit my 2,000 drafting goal for the day, so yay! What was I at? I was at oh, okay. I know where it was. Sorry. Brain and math. So 6, 4, 5. So I got 546 that time. Which is nice. So let me do another little teeny bit of math, and I will be able to tell you what I did for the whole stream. But in the meantime, y'all were up to some very gross chat after we figured out that yellow was not a very nice sunshiny yellow like it looked like it would have been. Anyway, I guess the sort of like slight blue that they had for the glass tent was enough to make it just green enough to be yucky. Alrighty, so I have... Nope, I lied. I have to do one more math step. This is what I get for working in 2 different documents and trying to figure out what in the world I'm doing. So, yes, but I am good. So, I did an additional like 200 words over. So I got about 2,200, which is nice. It's very good number for today. And I feel like I finally got over that kind of like middle hump that I was not enjoying for Project Heartbeat. So don't forget to save your documents, everybody. Save your document. So yeah, so I'm feeling good. Feeling good. And Captain Spigot says, oh, cool. The hurricane is now a tropical storm. I'll get some rain tonight, but not much else. That's nice. Looks like the vomit from The Exorcist. Nikki, I'm not sure. You may want to take it down if like Keelan was saying that like once you've been sort of flagged, you have to either wait a while or take it down. I don't know. That would be up to you, I think. I feel like we'd need a very large hourglass glass to measure that. Yeah, I think that would probably depend on the viscosity. Yes. So so you might not be able to find copyright free of like characters on a TV show or movie. But you could try that. I don't know. You might want to try some of the things that we mentioned, like Pixabay or the ones that Charlie was recommending, to see if you can find some of the characters that you are looking for. But just know that like once you get that specific and they are like sort of fan based, it's really hard to it's hard to find specific copyright free images that because you're going to have to alter the image no matter what you do in order to keep it from being hit by copyright. So, but yeah, you could try doing Googling like the character's name and copyright free. Yeah, I would try that first. You were thinking bigger would be better. Yeah, that's the one we already did. Yeah. Devin was waiting for somebody to do the yuck face. You want to change the settings on the search. Okay, search Clariline, then click images, then click tools, and change the usage, rights, and limited. Oh, okay. Very good to know. There you go. Captain Spigot has all the answers. You got a couple more scenes descriptively titled, and you got distracted by something Laura said in her new video, and then off to Instagram. The dawdling is real. Yes. Well, I mean, this was a long session today, longer than our normal, so it is understandable. So, yes. Pretty productive for Miss Barbara. Writing and graphic design work. Ooh, fun times. So I think Writative said you wanted to look for the usage rights options. Megan worked on your outline, came up with a couple of questions that you're going to have to answer if you're going to move forward. Yeah. So I'm going to have to figure out some answers to those questions I was asking about the new project, the mystery that I still haven't quite figured out what I'm going to be calling it. Yeah, but that's one of the fun things about outlining is just like asking your characters or asking yourself questions. So you worked on a picture for your Fanfic Friday story because you were obsessed. Yes, I am looking forward to Friday because on Charlie's channel, which I have linked the description to their channel I've linked their channel in the description. I don't even know what I just said. Anyway, and they're going to be hosting a Fan Fiction Friday writing sprints. It's going to be fun and probably chaotic. Labeled for reuse. I'm not sure if there is a copyright free or a commercial free license. You would want to choose that. Excited for Friday. Yes, come up with some potential story ideas. So yes, absolutely. It's going to be fun. It's going to be real fun. You probably want to go reuse with modification and to modify the image. Still not sure, but just using the bare image will get it flagged. Yeah. Alter the image a lot. Make it very apparent that you are altering it, changing the size, or reframing it is not good enough. Okay. Good to know. You're welcome, Erin. Thanks for coming. Yeah, you are a spigot of knowledge that has been turned on and you are spewing forth. Perhaps a better color than the one we chose for the last timer. What are you going to call yourself next time? It's going to be entertaining. I can't wait for that. All righty. So, let's see. Charlie, I'm going to send a link in StreamYard. Gotcha. Excellent. Fun. So we will have lots of guests for the Fan Fiction Friday. Be fun. Righty. So I can hear that dinner is being made in the kitchen. So I'm going to go and help out with that. But it has been fun. I appreciate all the time you spent with me, and I hope that I helped you get some work done. be sure to make sure and go over to any other live streams that are being done today if you still need to do some writing. We said Sarah Sutton at 8 p.m. Eastern is going to be streaming. Make sure that you check out Barbara Howard's Final Harvest and Kiara L. Rose's The Healer's Love. And so many things. Emily Bourne has her new book out. I'm so excited for Becca and Henna's collab books. I'm just like so excited. New books to read. It's exciting. So now that I've had way too much time to blabber, I will see y'all tomorrow if you are up for it. And I normally stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern, and then Sundays, usually 2 to 5. And so, thank you. I will see y'all soon. Bye. Now I gotta hit the button.